Hello friends and welcome to my YouTube channel Simply Stocks, and today I'm going to talk about Agro Tech Foods, which is a growth story and can be big even from these levels after being doubling for the past 1 year. So let's understand about the business and let's understand why I feel that it can be big. So let's get started. First of all, a disclaimer that this is not a stock recommendation, and people taking any position to any share that I talk about should do that with their own due diligence and research, and I'm not in favor or against any company that I talk about. Before I talk about Agro Tech Foods, a small request to kindly support me on Patreon, and once you do that, it will help me grow the channel, help you also ask me questions and eke out answers in greater detail. Once you get the $10 membership, you'll have access to my portfolio, my watch list, and number of podcasts that I put up from time to time. And also, if you can pay $100 upfront, then you get 1 year access by paying for 10 months. If you're not able to pay on Patreon, you can do two things: either pay through a foreign credit card or somebody whom you know abroad, and if you want that membership, probably he can pay for you. Or second thing is, you can just join the YouTube membership. They get all the, so the YouTube members, exclusive members, get all the premium members get all the updates, as do the Patreon membership. So I've just started this month with the YouTube join button. You can join there as well. For detailed market or company talk, or a number of stocks you're holding, you want analysis, you can directly email me and we can work things out with a fee. Now about the company, it provides packaged foods, Agrotech Foods, and customers are both retail and corporates, and they're not only here in India but abroad as well. So affiliated to Corn Agro Foods USA, and exports to US, Europe, and Australia as well in some parts of you can say Europe, has brands like Act 2 popcorns, and Act 2 popcorns are really doing well. And you need to understand that other brands that include forms of sundrop oils, plus they have different brands of products, eating products, that are more healthy in nature. So you have nachos, diet snacks, etc., and people are moving towards healthier, you can say, food than what they used to you can say consume about a decade back. Things are changing very quickly, especially after the pandemic. Things have become more, you can say, leaned towards healthier snacks and food. So this company is ought to do well because of this reason. This is one of the reasons. If you look at the numbers, then sales were flat, you can say, year on year. These are FY22 versus FY21 numbers, so probably June quarters. The profit was down 58% this time around, and pandemic has made things worse. So you need to understand that it made things tough. Most of the companies have come back very well, but Agrotech Foods has, you can say, not done that greatly. The reason is the costs have increased and cost of raw material has increased. Although net profit margin at 10% is not the best, but not bad either, considering the kind of situation that Agrotech Foods has come out of over the last couple of years. If you look at the valuation, currently it trades at around 90 times earnings, 75 to 80 times, you can say, forward earnings. We are looking at FY22 earnings, so that's why I'm saying 75, 80 times. There's high institutional holding, which gives a lot of confidence, and the dividend yield is pretty decent even at current levels after the stock has doubled. It has 8 decades of experience. The stock hasn't performed that well considering the kind of products that they are producing. It is because of the margins that are less compared to other food, you can say, manufacturing companies. But I think things will get better as things open up completely. HNIs, individual HNIs are invested. So basically, in the shareholding pattern, when you look at public shareholding, there are HNIs that are invested. It is a big play on global and urban consumption, and I believe as exports open up, with the Suez Canal thing now rectifying and things opening up completely globally with the vaccination going on so well, I think this business could do extremely well in the next 3, 4, 5 years. What are the problem areas? I believe that a low promoter holding is one of the reasons why people might not be interested in buying the stock, between 30 to 40% promoter holding. And it has been a flat growth over the last 5 years. Now, this is a deterrent because most of the consumer oriented companies has done extremely well. Apart from few here and there, 90% of the consumer companies have done very, very well in the last couple of years. But here, Agrotech Foods has had a very flat performance over the last 5 years. It is a very competitive market. This chips, nachos, etc. Market which is into healthy food snacks. It is not remain to just a few you can say clients or few companies. We are looking at many companies and larger players getting into healthy items. So this is a highly competitive market, and this is a problem area as well. Raw material cost has increased, and this is why the numbers have looked not that great this time around. And it has increased across the board for most of the, you can say, food manufacturing companies. And things are getting worse with the oil prices being where they are. So these are some of the very you can say reasonable problem areas for a company like Agrotech Foods. But that will only give you opportunities for those who want to invest long term into good quality small cap companies, and I believe Agrotech is one of them. Remember that political uncertainty could be another reason why the company might not do well, because of the kind of situation that we are faced with US and other countries. We should have better trade deals with most of the countries in order for these companies to do well. So export oriented businesses may continue to do well if things get much better on the export front. So we have to look at that factor as well. So what could be what could someone do, whether to buy the stock or not? I would say buy as an SIP. Don't rush to buy everything right now. So if you want to put in 1 lakh rupees, probably put in 10-15,000 right now at these prices. Put in around 20,000 on declines to 800, 850. Any sort of 10-15% decline, say 850, 870 would be good levels to buy. And don't increase your holding for more than 10% of the total holding. Ideally, I would say between 6 to 8% is maximum you should go. But if you think that the stock is doing extremely well, you have bought at 1,800, 750, and the stock has gone to 1,700, 2,000, that's when you average. So you average out when the stock has done extremely well for you, rather than averaging down. And keep track of global events and corporate developments. If things are fine, there's a corporate change that is more positive for the company, there's a demerger, merger, whatever taking place that is positive, then yes, start increasing your stake. If things are getting on the other side and things do not look that good, you have to exit. So always keep in mind that initially for the first year, you have to look at how the performance of the company has been, and the stock has been, and then take a call on that. There is no reason why you should just marry to one stock. So that's my call. Numbers should pick up, that's what I believe going forward. And once things move, this can be 4 to 5 times. I still believe that the market cap at the moment is extremely less for such a business, at around, I think it is around 2,500 crores or something like that. It can easily be 10,000, 15,000 crores if things really get going on the top and bottom line. So this was my video on Agrotech Foods. Please like and subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so you can get my videos straight away when I post it. And kindly support me on Patreon and YouTube. Thanks a lot.